Silently, they're falling apart as they pull on each other. Love disappears.
Contactarnos, muy buenas a todos, sean bienvenidos a esta nueva entrevista internacional aquí en Shufflin media. Mi nombre es Omar Betancor, and today we are starting our journey through our last national final from this year. By now, if something happens, but it's not the case at the moment, Dance Melody Grand Prix 2025. We had one of the favorites, one of the well-received ballads this year. Mathea, Kofol, how you doing?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing really good. It's fun to be here.
really nice to see you here. And let's just say welcome to Danish Eurovision Circle. But you are not this unknown for this Eurovision Circle. How your career started as composer and also as a singer?
Oh, well, so I started singing when I was very young, and I started doing loads of talent competitions and everything like that. But then I started going more into the songwriting world, and especially starting to write more for Eurovision because I grew up loving Eurovision. And the one thing led to another, and all of a sudden I'm here and I'm actually performing a song in one of the selections, which is absolutely crazy, but it's such a childhood dream come true. So I'm basically living my best life at the moment.
It's your first time presenting a song in Denmark?
Yes, so it's the first time I am participating as an artist. But I've written songs for the Danish selections before.
Ah, nice. But how was the call when the Danmarks Radio called you? How was the reaction when they told you that you were one of the participants as the singer?
So it was actually because I co-wrote this song with two Danish writers called Julie Agard and Emil Lay. And so Julie called me like a couple of days before and said they're considering having you as an artist in the Danish selection. And I was really shocked because I'm Swedish originally and I didn't think that they would bring me in. But I have a lot of connections to Denmark. I love working there. I love working with the Danish people. So, but I still didn't think it was possible. But Julie and Emil really helped me push for it. And then on the Monday when I wake up, I have like 2 missed FaceTime calls from Julie. And she never calls me on FaceTime. So I was like, what's going on? And I call her up in my pajamas.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, you're in. She's like, and I'm filming you. And I was there in my pajamas being like, wah! Actually, the pajamas even had the color of the Danish flag. So it was really on brand.
Oh, nice.
By accident. So that was really fun. But yeah, I was really shocked. I really didn't believe her. I think I'm asking her, like, are you for real? Like 4 times or something. She's like, I'm not joking. So that was amazing. Yeah.
Let's talk about your song Air. Really nice ballad. What is the story behind this ballad?
So this song is basically, even though it's called Air, it's basically a lot about water, and as a symbol of like that feeling when you're barely capable of keeping your head above water, that it's so much going on. You're in a situation or a relationship where you know you're about to drown. And you can see the ship like basically just sinking, but you decide to stay because sometimes it's easier to stay than to go. So we try to capture that feeling and we brought our experiences, our feelings into that. So this has turned out to be a song that means so much to all 3 of us. But basically for anyone who can relate to that feeling of barely being able to keep your head above water, really.
Totally, it's really meaningful. I really love the lyrics, to be honest. I think it will be a difference between feeling this journey as just a composer than performer. What are the preparations for you as a performer going for the March the 1, if I remember well, will be the Dance Melody Grand Prix?
Yeah, so basically right now, last week I was in Copenhagen all week practicing choreography, vocals, everything. And this week I'm back and I'm just working on my vocals to just make sure that I can practice to get it as good as possible.
You are back in Sweden, you mean?
I'm back in Sweden right now, yeah, and then I will
Mhm.
go back to Denmark in a bit as well. So I've just been at my vocal coach and just trying to get things as good as I possibly can before the competition. But yeah, it's very different compared to being a songwriter. When you're a songwriter, you are the person to like make sure that the artist is happy and that everything just works out good. Whilst now I'm super unused to when people ask me like, what do you want? Like, what do you feel? How do you like? I'm just really unused to being the artist in the room still. So I'm like, what does everyone else think? But luckily, I have a very clear vision for the song, and I think we have got an absolutely amazing team around us at DR, and my own team as well, which just feels like we're on the right path. And I'm so excited to see what it's going to look like at the arena when we get there.
Sorry for this year the tour to Sweden. You even tried to Belfast to Melody Festival, eh?
When I was younger, I tried, but now my focus has been as a songwriter. And when I wanted to do it as an artist, Denmark was my first pick.
Why, if you can wanna tell what is that? What is that change between Sweden and Denmark? What did you see in?
I think since I started working a lot with Danish writers, and I had my song, I think it was definitely back in 2023 when I had a song in the final in Denmark, and I really fell in love with the whole procedure there and how everybody works there. I love Sweden as well. Like nothing wrong with Sweden; it's amazing.
Yeah.
But my pick was, especially since this song, we actually wrote this song 3.5 years ago. And this song has felt so special to me and the writers. And as they are both Danish, and I worked with them both a lot, we just felt like the journey was navigating us to Denmark. It's kind of like it feels. It's difficult to explain, but it just felt like Denmark was the place that we should go with it.
Is totally feelings, and the feelings are respected, of course. Now,
Yeah.
going back to that, to the performance, as sorry, as far as you can tell, of course, don't spoil everything, but what will be the main concept or the main concept of the staging for the performance in the final?
I can say that even though the song is called Air, it's a lot about water. So that will be visualized in some sort of way.
Oh,
That's one.
like our Ruth Lorenzo in 2014 with her showering in the head, or
I'm not gonna go that far.
yes, we went really that far in that year.
Yeah, that was
What?
cool though. That was cool.
Thank you. What
Yeah.
are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about your mates in Denmark? Really a strong names for a presentation that is really trying to work it out during these years. What are your thoughts about your mates in the Dance Melody Grand Prix?
I think it's like it's 8 freaking besides me, like it's 7 amazing artists that we have there. And I was really blown away when I got to hear their songs the other week. I was like, okay, that's a banger, that could win. And then the next song I was like, oh, that's also a banger, that could also win. And I was like standing there, and at the end I was like, wow, it's such a high quality of the songs here. But also to say it was such amazing people as well. We met and we just had fun straight away. They're all really supportive. Like one of the artists, Andreas, he sat down at the piano after we had lunch, and he just started playing Air after hearing it like the first time. And he was like, I love this song. And I was like, I love your song. So we're just really supportive of each other, which feels very good as well. But yeah, there's a lot of really fun songs.
It's really nice to hear. Talking about right now Eurovision, I feel that you are a really big fan of the contest. What are your first memories about watching Eurovision?
I mean, for me, it was growing up watching even the Melody Festival, but also Eurovision. That was like a must do. That was literally like going to school, equally as important. You watch Eurovision, you watch Melody Festival, and then I always got the karaoke CDs, because we had CDs at that time, and I had my karaoke machine where I always bought the songs from the last years. So that was my favorite thing, to listen to the songs, then getting the CD, learning the songs, and then just like imagine that I'm on that same stage. So yeah, a full circle moment, I guess.
Oh my God, that's really good. You
Yeah.
have any What are your favorite songs from Sweden, Denmark, from all, or from other countries of Eurovision Song Contest?
Yeah, so in Denmark, I definitely have Emily de Forest, Only Teardrops, because I actually did that one in a talent competition when I was younger, because I love that song so much. But I also think the song that didn't get to go to Eurovision due to the pandemic, Yes, with Ben and Tad,
Ben and
that was
Tan,
also
yeah.
such a strong song. So I'd say those two.
Ben and Tan deserves another opportunity. Let's just say you talk about Emily de Forest. She in the moment we are recording this interview performed in Malta. I think you have a nice story of Malta because for all of the songs you made, one that stands out as a kind of fun song is Matt Black's Banana. How you felt that journey from that song, all the reactions, and that second place really close to be the representatives of Malta. How was it?
I mean, of course, we were super, super disappointed, and especially for Matt, who came second for the second time. And I feel like the whole world needs to see him because he's so incredibly talented and such a great performer. Then again, it also shows that with odds and everything, that it can completely turn around on the night. Sarah, who turned out winning, like her song is amazing, but the number she did on the final in Malta, it was so great. So it does prove that it matters on the performance of the night, because she went in there and she absolutely rocked it. So she was a very well-deserved winner there. But of course, I would have also loved to send Matt with Banana. But
The
it's the name of
performance, yeah. The performance of the night is really important. We have to learn this lesson from Spanish fans sometimes. Spanish fans, as I tell you in the presentation, you were one of the well-received songs in the Dance Melody Grand Prix. How do you feel this kind of feedback from not only from Denmark but also from the other fans in the world?
I mean, for me, if somebody likes my song, I am the happiest person out there. I think this song means so much to me. It means so much to our whole team, and that's what matters. I just want to go out there and do my absolute best and feel like that I did everything I possibly could, and then the result will be what it will be. If it's meant to be, then it will be. And of course, I'm going in there and I'm putting all of my love and effort into this number because it means so much. So I am definitely in it to win it, but I'm also very humbled to hear when I hear the other song and the other artist, because it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Let's see. Yes?
Yeah.
Let's imagine a little bit. If you win the DMGP, the Dance Melody Grand Prix, what will be the first thing you do after lift that trophy we saw sometimes in the Dance Melody Grand Prix?
Do you know what? I am so happy and blessed because I have actually got 22 people from my family and friends who are flying from Sweden to watch this live. So I want to share that moment with them, because that kind of support to me, that means the world. So that's what I would do.
A familiar celebration, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That sounds nice. Finally, Maria, besides all that could happen in Denmark, what will be your future plans as a composer, as a singer for this year?
For this year, I actually have a song in the final in Poland with Daria Mark.
Nice. Daria Mark, yeah.
Yes, I wrote that one with two other Swedish songwriters, one of them being Peter Boström, who also did Euphoria and Tattoo for Lori. So we are keeping our fingers very, very tight for Daria as well. She is an incredible artist that I've had the honor to work with for a couple of years now, and she is working so hard for this as well. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. It will be a very good Valentine's activity to put on the Polish final on Friday.
And besides all the Eurovision stuff, what will be your kind of short-term goals for you for this year?
I mean, to me, just seeing the support we get for this song and the very kind messages we get, that really encouraged me to release more songs like this, because it's not maybe the typical Eurovision song where you get everybody to dance, but this is a very, very dark song. And this is very down the lane of what I would want to release more of as an artist as well. So this is just giving me the courage to bring out more songs in my solo project as well. So yeah, there's going to be some more Mathea releases, I hope.
Keep the courage up, because because that project is working so well, at least for my taste, and I see for the Dennis fans. So thank you, Mathea. Thank you so much for being with us today. I'll close this interview in Spanish. Y gracias a María Mathea por estar con nosotros, la primera danesa que tenemos con nosotros aquí. Le deseamos lo mejor de las suertes en el Dance Melody Grand Prix del próximo 1 de marzo. Si le ha gustado la entrevista, denle al botón de suscribirse, al botón de like, no le cuesta nada. Por supuesto, síganos en redes sociales. Somos Shufflin Media en todas. Así que mayor de Tancor, Tusen Tak. Nos vemos en la siguiente. Bye.